Hey guys, my name is Aryan Gupta, and if this is your first time watching me, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video because today I'll be giving my opinion on online school. Alright, online school, obviously, for those who don't know what that means, is basically you're just sitting at home, looking at your computer, and doing work from home instead of going to school in person in a classroom of other students. You're just by yourself. You can wear whatever you want and just do that. So, this is my opinion on online school. I feel like online school is chill, right? Where it's like you can literally just do it from your bed, you know what I mean? You don't have to really get ready. I mean, as long as you wash your face, brush your teeth, stuff like that, but like you don't have to wear like a bunch of clothes, perfume, makeup, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like it's super chill in that aspect. However, I don't feel like you truly learn anything from online school. In fact, in the last 2 semesters of college Zoom classes, I feel like I haven't really learned anything at all. I just go in there and do other tasks instead of like actually listening to the professor. I mean, I do listen to the professor, but like I get distracted very easily. My time span, my attention span, I guess, is only like 7, 8 seconds due to TikTok, and I get very distracted, doze off to other things. But in the in person class, you're more focused, more concentrated because you're in that proper environment, and you have a teacher watching you, and you got everyone else around there, and you have to act in a certain manner. In online school, you could be eating, doing it whatever you want, as long as you mute your microphone and don't cause a disruption in the class, which is why I said it was more chill. But in person classes, you gotta be having certain behavior, you gotta be just making sure you're not screwing up or anything, and you'll be fine. The thing is, in online school, it's just a bunch of asynchronous, out of class work that is just like very very unnecessary. But in person classes, like you just have like a few assignments. It's not too bad, And online school is like, sorry guys, if we don't have in person, I mean, if we don't have synchronous classes, we're gonna have a lot of asynchronous work, and that takes way too much time. And we all have a life. We all have other things to do. For students, for full-time students, we don't just study all day, do this. We got a social life. We got clubs, activities, non-profit organizations, stuff like that. Like we're on the grind. You can't just be like doing school all day. The teachers have to put a limit to the amount of work they give us. They can't be giving us 5-page, 6-page essays to do like every week, similar to my class last semester, which I won't talk about for privacy reasons. But I'm glad we have online classes only because that I could learn from it. You know what I mean? Like there's good and bad things about everything you do. And online classes, we learned it the hard way, I guess. We learned that you could basically do whatever you want. You can even have your camera off if your teacher doesn't care. And if you have your camera off, they can't even see what you're doing. If you have your camera off, mic muted, you can do whatever the hell you want. It doesn't even matter. But you're not as engaged as an in-person class, which is why I can't wait to go back. I'm hoping Emory goes back in the fall, knock on wood, because I really, really, really want to go back and see all my friends again. I know all my friends are doing online classes from their home, and it's depressing because you lose some social interaction. It's not the same as in-person classes where you can walk around campus, do whatever you want. There's less activities, and you sit a lot more, which is bad for your health. I was reading a study where it's like you should be up and active. You can't be sitting. It leads to like heart disease, cancer, stuff like that. I'm just like, yo, that might be too extreme, but like you gotta be up and moving. You can't just be sitting around looking at screens all day. That's very bad for our eyes, very bad for our health. We should be more active, which is why one of my resolutions is just to be more active in general, because I was sitting around on my ass all day just looking at my computer, and I know that that's not good for me. To be real with you guys, like being more active is definitely the move, like, and you won't regret it. It's good for your health, good for long term. It's perfect. So I'm gonna work on that for sure. With online school, it's very easy, to do work, tests, stuff like that. Students, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna go into that. There's ways to finesse the class. I guess that's the good term. But let's just say you're like a doctor, nurse. If you're like finessing these classes but not really learning what to do, you're gonna be a bad doctor, bad nurse. You're gonna need to know the stuff you're doing in class. Same for other careers too, but I can point out those because like with Corona and everything, doctors and nurses are the frontline workers, healthcare workers, and so they need to know what they're talking about. They can't just be cheating, because like, bro, I don't want to have a doctor who just finessed all their classes and doesn't really know what they're talking about. That's very, very bad long term. Imagine you have a doctor and they're like, oh, sorry, you have type 4 cancer. Like, no, I cannot. And it was a lie. Like, that would be the worst type of feeling to have, because I want a doctor who's a professional, well trained, and knowledgeable about each and every thing that they're designed to do. So yeah, I'm just a little concerned about that. But other than that, everything else is fine with online school. Wish that some teachers could make it more interactive. There's sometimes where I have classes where the teachers are not very interactive, and everyone just gets bored, or some people sleep if it's like a 9 a.m., 10 a.m. class. I've done that before. I literally just clicked into the Zoom for a 9 a.m. class, and then I just went back to bed, and then I just clocked out because I was just too tired and the professor was boring. Like, I just couldn't do it. So, and there was a bunch of other students who felt the same way. And in college, at least at Emory, they have like feedback forms. So in a nice way, I told them what they could improve on, stuff like that. And I definitely put like they should make the classes more interactive, because if we're paying this much money to go to class and if it's not interactive and I'm not learning anything, then I feel like I'm wasting my money. I'm not getting my money's worth. So that's why I make sure on the feedback forms I put, hey, Professor this, you need to make the class more interesting. Or I would, strongly advise you to make the class more interesting, because I felt that there was times where it was boring. And the surveys are anonymous, so they don't know that, like they won't know that I sent those words to the teacher. It'll all be completely anonymous, which makes me feel more comfortable, so I can be more real with the teacher. Because, I don't want to trash the teacher, be like, oh, this teacher is so bad, this, that, this, and if they found out, like, Aryan said it, like, I would be screwed. I'm not trying to ruin my reputation or anything, so I keep it clean, and I keep it real, knowing that it's anonymous, and that makes me feel a lot better about my feedback towards the teacher. Other than that, I feel like online school is fine, but I am getting tired of it. I do want to go back to in-person classes. It has been, like, a whole year, or it's almost going to be a year since we had to move out of college and, go back due to Corona. And now there's a new variant, so I don't know what we're going to do. I know there's vaccines coming out and everything. I want to get the vaccine and then go back to school. Obviously, I'm still going to wear the mask and stuff, but I don't know how it's going to turn out in the fall for Emory, because they still haven't made an announcement if we're going to do in-person classes or it's still going to be online for the third semester in a row. I'm hoping it's in person. It is what it is, though. Like, I'm not gonna blame Emory if they're like, oh, back to, we're still gonna do online courses. I want to make sure everything runs smoothly and everything is safe before they say we go back to in person. Because I don't want them to be like, yeah, let's go back to in person. Everyone's happy. Everyone comes back, and then there's another outbreak of COVID, and then we have to move out again. I do not want to go through that. I'd rather than being like, we have online for a third semester in a row, and then the COVID gets less worse and less worse, and then we can go back to school and we'll be completely fine. I'd rather have that happen than have another outbreak, because that would not be the move, for sure. Because I know there's some irresponsible students right now going to bars, going to parties. Like, if we have everyone else doing the same thing, it's going to be a lot worse and terrible. Because I know damn well there's a lot of people who don't really care about wearing a mask. I mean, given the fact me and my roommate were kind of like that. We're like, all right, we'll wear a mask at some places, but like, it's just annoying wearing a mask. Like, for example, at the gym, this, that, like, but obviously we do care and we do wear a mask everywhere. All right, we're not like, fuck COVID. We're like, we do care because we also got grandparents and family. So we care about it. Even though for younger people, it's like a 99% survival rate. According to the CDC, we still take precautions. Because we're not selfish, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Hopefully, this semester's classes online will be chill. The professors will make classes more interesting. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts on online school. I'm looking forward to taking my business classes next semester. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, peace.